For years, my brother was the untouchable golden child. Everything he did was brilliant. My own brother, the untouchable golden child, blew through my grandma's entire life savings, leaving her to die in squalor. And now, he's facing a brutal lawsuit, thanks to me, and is stuck with a lifetime of debt payments because sometimes you just have to choose justice over family. My parents always acted like my brother, Jason, could do no wrong. But me? Anything I did was somehow insufficient. I remember Mom once saying, "Oh, Jason needs a social time," when he blew off chores. But if I wanted to do drama club, she'd guilt-trip me about missing family dinners. It was ridiculous. Jason got caught cheating on 3 high school exams, and Dad called the principal to explain that he was so gifted and overwhelmed, it caused him stress. Me? I got a B+ in chemistry, and they decided I needed help hiring a tutor for me. The double standard was absolutely infuriating. When Jason was 19, he crashed his car drunk. My parents, after he supposedly learned his lesson, immediately bought him a brand new truck because he needed reliable transportation. Meanwhile, I scraped the garage door, and they made me pay for the repairs out of my part-time job money. Responsibility builds character, they'd told me. Jason quit college after 2 semesters to discover himself and explore his options. They literally converted the garage into a recording studio for him because he suddenly wanted to be a musician, though he never actually learned an instrument or wrote a song. When I asked about help with student loans, their reply was always, "We need to be smart with money. You need to learn independence." Jason would steal small amounts from Mom's purse, making her think she'd just forgotten spending it. When her jewelry vanished, she just assumed she'd misplaced it. When Dad's tools disappeared from the garage, he figured he'd just lent them out. When I saw the pattern and tried to say something, they'd just tell me I was jealous and trying to cause problems. Then Jason started business. My parents gave him $15,000 from their retirement funds. It failed in 3 months. Their response? At least he tried. Failure teaches best. My request for a $750 professional certification course? Maybe next year, when finances are better. The real breaking point started with Grandma Helen's sickness. She had $150,000 set aside for her care, money she wanted to leave to her grandkids. Suddenly, Jason became her devoted grandson. He was at her side every day, volunteering to manage her assets because everyone else was too busy. My parents just beamed, praising his maturity and caring leadership. 3 months later, that $150,000 was gone. Jason claimed it went to medical and domestic expenses, but there were no receipts. He had a plan, buy generic food for her and pocket the rest, claiming he'd bought organic. He'd even convinced her to sign a power of attorney because of the heavy expenditures. My parents never questioned it. Why would they? Jason was such a wonderful grandson. Who would dare disagree? Grandma died 6 months later. When her will was read, there was nothing left. Jason had blown through everything but $8,000. The lawyer flagged some irregular transactions, but because Jason had power of attorney, it was all legal. My parents just said we should be grateful he spent it all on Grandma's care. I was interrupted by my banker cousin, Nina, who worked at Grandma's bank. She had seen where the money actually went, but she wasn't supposed to say anything. She told me Jason had moved Grandma's money into accounts linked to a gambling app. All $150,000 was gone in 6 months, while Grandma ate generic bread and watched TV in a cold house.